She was thrown out by her husband for being infertile. Then a single dad CEO asked, "Come with me." The rain was falling so hard it looked like the sky itself was breaking apart. Cars rushed by, honking, splashing muddy water everywhere. But Zara didn't move. She stood on the sidewalk holding a small suitcase, the only thing she had managed to grab before the door slammed behind her. Her husband's final words still echoed in her ears like a curse. "Get out. You're useless to me. A woman who can't give me a child is no wife." Zara felt like her heart had been ripped from her chest. She had spent 7 years building a home with him, loving him, supporting him, sacrificing her own dreams, only to be thrown out like trash because she couldn't get pregnant. But this wasn't the worst part. The worst part was that he had smiled while saying it. For hours, Zara wandered the streets, soaked, shivering, and empty. She had no family, no job. He had forced her to leave work after marriage, and no place to go. She tried to call a friend, but her husband had already blocked her number from the phone plan. She had nothing but a few rupees and a broken heart. She finally stopped at a small bus stop bench. Her clothes clung to her skin. Her hair dripped rainwater onto her trembling hands. "Why is this happening to me?" she whispered to herself. And that was when destiny stepped in. A little boy, maybe 6 years old, ran past her, slipped, and fell hard on the wet pavement. Zara jumped up instinctively and helped him up. "Are you okay, sweetheart?" she asked softly. The boy sniffed, wiping his nose. "My balloon flew away." Zara smiled weakly. "I'm sorry, love. But balloons can be replaced, you can't." The child gave her a long, thoughtful look. Then he suddenly wrapped his small arms around her waist. "You talk like my mama used to," he whispered. Zara froze. "Used to?" A deep, firm voice suddenly called out. "Ayan." A tall man in a black coat came rushing toward them, his eyes sharp but filled with fear. He scooped the boy into his arms, checking him from head to toe. "Ayan, are you hurt? Why did you run off?" "I slipped," the boy said. "But she helped me." The man turned to Zara. For a moment, he looked shocked, then concerned, then something Zara couldn't name. Something gentle that he noticed: the rain dripping from her hair, the trembling in her fingers, the suitcase. "You're drenched," he said quietly. "Where are you going like this?" Zara swallowed. "I don't know." The man hesitated, studying her. Then he looked at his son, who whispered into his ear, "Dad, she's nice." The man exhaled slowly. "I'm Daniel Khan," he said finally, "CEO of Khan Industries. And this is my son, Ayan." Zara nodded politely. She didn't expect anything from him. "Do you need help?" he asked gently. Zara bit her lip so hard she tasted blood. She didn't want to cry, not in front of strangers. "My husband," she began, voice cracking. He threw me out." Daniel's jaw tightened. Ayan's little hand slid into hers. "Come with me," Daniel said softly. "Please." Daniel took her to his car, turned on the heater, and handed her his coat. Zara protested, but he insisted. "You're freezing," he said. "Let me help." He brought her to his home, a warm, beautifully lit mansion filled with quiet, comforting energy. Not cold or intimidating, but soft, lived in, human. Ayan immediately ran to get a towel and placed it over her shoulders. "Dad, can she stay?" he asked innocently. "Ayan," Daniel began. Zara quickly shook her head. No, I can't impose." "You're not imposing," Daniel said firmly. "No woman deserves to stand outside in the rain with nowhere to go." His voice was gentle but carried an unmissable strength. "Just stay tonight," he added. "Rest. Tomorrow you can decide what you want." Zara's eyes filled with tears, real, uncontrollable tears, for the first time that day. "Thank you," she whispered. Over the next few days, Zara learned their story. Daniel's wife had died 2 years ago in a car accident. He was left raising Ayan alone while managing a massive company. He worked hard, loved harder, but he was exhausted. His life was falling apart piece by piece. "You know," Daniel told her one morning over breakfast, "I haven't seen Ayan laugh this much in a long time." Zara smiled. "He's a wonderful child. You're good with him," Daniel said thoughtfully. "And you're patient. Kind. He feels safe with you." She lowered her eyes. Compliments still startled her. Her husband had never given her one in 7 years. Slowly, Zara began rebuilding herself. Daniel helped her get a job at his company. Not as a favor, he assured her, but because she was talented and smart. Zara learned quickly, impressed everyone, and became a trusted part of the team. But challenges came, real ones. His board members disliked her. Employees whispered about her past. Her ex-husband even tried to blackmail her to return. But Daniel stood beside her every time. "You don't owe anyone an explanation," he told her. "Least of all a man who never valued you." His loyalty gave her courage. Her kindness gave him peace. And Ion gave them both a family they didn't know they needed. One afternoon, as Zara was packing some files, Daniel walked into her office. He looked nervous, truly nervous. "Zara," he said softly, "I need to ask you something." She turned. "Yes." He stepped closer, slowly, carefully, like he didn't want to scare her. "You've become a part of our lives. My home feels alive again. My son smiles again. And he exhaled heavily. "I feel something I haven't felt in years." Zara's breath caught. He gently took her hand. "Come with me," he whispered. "Not just to my home, to my life. Be a part of it, if you want." Her eyes blurred with tears. "Daniel, I can't have children," she said brokenly. "I don't want you to regret choosing me." He smiled, a soft, warm smile that wrapped around her heart. "I don't want a baby," he whispered. "I want you. Ion wants you. We don't need someone who can give us children. We need someone who can give us love." Zara covered her mouth as she cried. And for the first time in years, she cried because she was happy. Months later, Zara stood on the balcony of what was now her new home, watching Ion run through the garden while Daniel wrapped his arms around her from behind. Life hadn't given her what she wanted. It had given her something better, a second chance, a family that chose her, a home where she wasn't expected to be perfect, only loved. And she finally understood the truth. Sometimes, being thrown out is the only way life pushes you toward the place where you truly belong. And she belonged here, with them, forever.